Good morning, boys and girls. Today I want to introduce you to our new book called The Thief of Always by Clive Barker. Clive Barker is an adult author who writes fantasy novels, and he does have some dark images in his adult fiction novels. This is not an adult novel. So even though it will transport us to different locations and it will go back and forth in time, which are definitely literary elements of a fantasy novel, it's the content and the way the story is written that we're going to dissect. We're going to talk about characterization. We're going to talk about how settings change and how you follow the setting changes. I want to read the synopsis, the summary on the back, just to give you some insight as to where we're going next week with this. It says, Mr. Hood's holiday house has stood for 1,000 years, welcomed countless children into its embrace. It is a place of miracles where every childhood whim may be satisfied. There is a price to be paid, of course, but young Harvey Swick, bored with his life and beguiled by Mr. Hood's wonders, does not stop to consider the consequences. It is only when the house shows its darker side, when Harvey discovers the pitiful creatures that dwell in the house's shadows, and he comes to doubt Mr. Hood's philanthropy. But the house and its mysterious architect are not about to release their captive without a battle. Mr. Hood has ambitions for his new guest, for Harvey's soul burns brighter than any he encountered in 10 centuries. So here we speak about Mr. Swick and Mr. Hood and the house. This is one text where we will have something that is non-living be a main character, and this is the holiday house. So before we start the book, I just want you to start thinking, how does a non-living element become a character in a book? Does this picture give you any insight? And that is Mr. Clive Barker. He has done movies as well, like Pinhead, which you should never have seen. And I don't know off the top of my head some of the names of the adults' books, but I know he's a very well-known author and movie producer. So, The Thief of Always. I will have the PDF up in my Google Classroom, and I will be providing you a lot of graphic organizers so we can follow together. And for those of you that like to draw like Kyle, I know we will be doing a lot of sketching in your writer's notebooks. Actually, maybe your reader's notebook. I just want to make you feel like we're in class when I confuse the two. In your reader's notebook, we will be doing some sketching of what you think the characters will look like. In the PDF that I have provided for you, it's going to be on a HyperDoc in our classroom for Monday. You're just going to have the text. You will not have the pictures. So I don't have to show them to you. That's the good part about this. And listen, you have to find the good parts of being involved in remote learning because there are not a lot of them. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this on Monday. There is not a movie about this book, but I think when we're done reading this together and analyzing it and breaking it down, you're going to realize that they should make a movie about this book because it would be amazing. So, happy Passover. Happy Easter, and I look forward to starting this with you on Monday. Have a great weekend, boys and girls. Bye-bye.